Dear students, we have discussed about the generations of computers in our previous class. Now in our today's class, we are going to discuss about the classification of computers. The classification of computers is of two types. One is based on principles of operation. Based on principles of operation. The next type is based on configuration. Based on configuration. See, computers are classified based on these two types. First is based on the principles of operation. On which principles the computers are going to be operated. Based on this thing, the first type of computers are classified, and second type are based on configuration. Configuration means based on the performance of computer, based on the speed and based on the storage capacity of the computers. Okay, about these two classifications, the computers are again classified. Now today we are going to discuss about based on the principles of operation. Based on principles of operation, computers are classified into three types. Okay, the first one is analog computers. Analog computer. The second one is digital computer. Digital computer. And the last one is hybrid computer. Hybrid computer. Okay, in our today's class, we will discuss about these three things. That is analog computer, digital computer, and hybrid computers. Now, first we will discuss about analog computer. Analog computer. I will write about analog computer point-wise. If you write in your examination according to point-wise, then you will get your complete marks. Okay. The first point here is analog computer is a computing device. Analog computer is a computing device. Is a computing device that works on the range of values. That works on the range of values. See, this analog computer will work on the range of values. Okay. How this range of values may be? With a minimum value. With a minimum value and maximum value. With a minimum value and maximum value, like range of values. Okay, it will, the numbers just be going to increase 0 to 9 and 9 to 0, like based on the increment and decrement of numbers. This analog computer will going to work. Now we shall see the next point. The next point here is at a given point of time, at a given point of time, any value can be attained. at a given point of time any value can be attained. Okay, in a given time, if a time is given to reach a value, okay, in the given time this computer will reach the given value which this computer has to be reached. It will reach that value in a given amount of time, given sort of time. And what type of value it is, which is depend on the previous value, okay. Analog computer can reach the given value in a given time, but that value is depend on the previous value. So this is the working of analog computer. And the third point, the analog computers give approximate values. They will not give the exact value. Okay, they will give the approximate values. Okay, it will not give the exact value. The exact value of what is the exact value of 2 plus 2? The exact value of 2 plus 2 is 4. But these analog computers will not give exact value as 4. It will give 3.999 something. Like this, they will give the values, approximate value, but nearer to the result. This is called as approximate value. Analog computers will give the approximate values. Or we can write them as approximate the results. It will be better. Okay, approximate results. Then why they give approximate results? Since they deal with quantities that very continuously see here. This is very here. The analog computers, okay, they deal with the quantities that vary continuously. Vary means variations. Okay, continuous variations are there in the value, in the quantities. With this type of quantities, the analog computers will deal. So for this thing, they will give the approximate results. Then last point, to represent an analog graph. To represent an analog graph, there must be two quantities. There must be two quantities. So this is about to represent any analog graph. Analog graph means the result which is given by the analog computer. That is called as analog graph. Okay, to give any analog graph, there must be two Two quantities must be there. Now I am going to show you how the analog graph of a computer can be given. See, now I am writing 0, 0.5, then 1. Okay, then here minus 0.5, then minus 1. Put lines here. See how the analog computer look like and how this analog graph of a computer can be given. Now I am going to show you all these things. So this is the graph of analog computer. That is what we call the analog graph. This can be given like this. Take values from here now. See, 50, then 100, then 150, then 200, then 250, after that 300, then 350. I have given little variation gap is there. Okay, now this should be like this. It comes like this. So the analog graph can be given like this. See, the analog graph of an analog computer is given like this. This is the graph of two things, two parameters, that is time and temperature. Time and temperature. See, according to analog graph, there must be two quantities to give analog graph. Here, two quantities are there. One is time, another one is the temperature. Like this, analog graph can be given with the analog computer. This is regarding the analog computer. And now we are going to discuss about the digital computer. The next type of computer is the digital computer. Second one is digital computer. Digital. First, I will give you the representation of digital computer. Then I will write the explanation. See how a digital computer looks like. It means the digital graph can be given by the digital computer. See here, time. This is time. Okay, and it has taken like t, then t plus 1, then t plus 2, then t plus 3, of that t plus 4, t plus 4. And N R Z. Now keep it like this. Don't get confused. This is a straight line. Don't think this as a curved line. This is a straight line. Okay. Now after that, here 1, 0, 0, 0, then see 0. You put bar like this, then this will become 0. See, this is the digital graph. Digital graph means the result which is produced the digital computer is called as the digital graph with zeros and ones. Digital graph with zeros and ones. And now I am going to explain you about this digital computer, how it works. Digital computers are those that operate with information. And what type of information? Either it may be numerical or otherwise. See, digital computers are those that operate with information. Digital computers always operate with, whereas the analog computer operate with quantities. Okay, just like time and temperature, they are quantities. Analog computers work with quantities, whereas digital computer works with information. That those, what type of information? Either it may be numerical information or otherwise represented in a digital form. Okay, digital computers operate with information. Either the information is numeric or the information is in the form of digital. Information may be in the digital form. Next point. Such computers process data into digital values, that is zeros and ones. Okay, these type of computers, which type of digital type of computers process data? It means anything which we feed to the computer, and those computers convert that data into digital values. They are zeros and ones into digital values, that is zeros and ones. Anything, whatever the things, in whichever language you feed data to the digital computer, then digital computers will convert that data into its digital form. It means into zeros and ones. And the last point is here, they give the result with, right here, they give the result with more accuracy and they will give the accurate result, whereas analog computers will give the approximate results, but these digital computers will give the accurate result, exact result. That means 2 plus 2. What is the result of 2 plus 2? 4. Then digital computer will give the approximate result, the accurate result, that is the exact result which is to be given, and then at a faster rate, Faster rate means with very high speed. There is result with more accuracy and at a faster rate. If you underline the points like this, then the evaluator, he will just look at these points and he will give you the complete marks. So this is regarding the digital computer. What is the difference between analog and digital computer? Analog computer give in graphical representation, okay, with quantities, but digital computers will give the graphical representation with digital values, that is zeros and ones. Okay, whereas analog computer work with quantities and digital computers operate with information. Analog computer operate with range of values, maybe minimum or maximum value, but digital computer work on information. The information may be numerical or maybe digital values like zeros and ones. Okay, analog computer give the approximate result, but the digital computer give the exact result with faster speed. Okay, and digital computer process the data and convert into digital form. So this is regarding the digital computer. Now we have left with only the last type, that is hybrid computer. Now we are going to discuss about the hybrid computer. The last type of computer, that is hybrid computer, based on the principles of operation. These types, okay, hybrid computer. First of all, I will going to give the representation, that is the graph of the hybrid computer. Okay, hybrid computer is, it will combine with the analog computer. It will give the graphs like this, just like the ECG form, just like the ECG form, they can be given here. See, like this, they can be given. The hybrid computers will give the graphical representation with this hybrid graph, hybrid and analog and digital signal. Okay, which will be called as digital signal. Okay, this can also be called as ECG, which is used in the hospitals to check the heart rate, to check the pulse rate of a patient. ECG will be used. So that is the hybrid computer, which is the combination of analog and digital computer. Now I am going to write the points about the hybrid computer here. Okay, the first point is that hybrid computers incorporate the measuring features. Incorporate the measuring features. Incorporate the measuring features. Okay, what type of measuring features this hybrid computer will incorporate? Come, we shall see. Measuring features of analog computer. Measuring features of analog computer. And okay, it will take the measuring feature of analog computer and the counting feature of digital computer. It will take both the things. Hybrid computer can be called as the combination of analog computer and digital computer. Okay, it will take the measuring feature feature of analog computer and counting feature of the digital computer. When we combine these two things, then it will be framed as the hybrid computer. Okay, then next point. For computational purposes, for computational purposes, for computational purposes, these computers use analog components. Analog components. For doing computations. Analog components are used by the hybrid computers, and for storage digital memories are used, So hybrid computer is the one which incorporate the measuring feature of analog computer and the counting feature of digital computer. It will take the graph of analog computer and the counting feature of the digital computer, just like zeros and ones. And these computers use, for computational purpose, it will use the analog components, and for storage purpose, these hybrid computers will use the digital storages or the digital memory locations. So this is about the computers classification based on the principles of operations. In the next class, we are going to discuss about the classification of computers based on their configuration. If you have any doubts regarding today's class, you can ask me personally. Thank you.